Now, I am in California. So, California, the weather is great, but the land is very expensive. So, I have a tiny little garden, and this is it's called a potato flower plant. It's a beautiful purpley plant. But what I want to do is I want to train it to grow instead of as a bush, because right now it's a bush. It's very bushy, but it's hard. If you look at the base of the plant, it's very hardy, and it's doing beautifully. It's doing great. So I wanted to grow taller. That way I have room at the bottom for my other plants to grow. So I constantly chip away or trim the plant to make it grow taller, because right now it's bushy, and it's very bushy, and it's growing like mad. It's all over the place. So what I'm doing is I'm trimming at the bottom and let it grow upward to where it can be a tree. Because when you first bought the plant, it's tiny, and depending on how you treated the plant grow. So as you can see here, I wanted to train it instead of growing sideways, but having it grow upward, so that way the bottom, and it will hopefully later on provide us with some shades in the garden. So any tiny little twig like so, I'm just gonna trim it away. Trim until this plant grow upward for me. And when you trim it, it actually grows out even more. So it's a very hardy plant. You don't have to worry about if you're not trimming it not into season of trimming or whatnot. Now, what I want to show you here also is how so right next to the plant I have my irises, and because I have my irises and all my other plants next to it, and I don't have a compost, so I don't have a compost bin, and this is what I normally do. So these are my peelings that I have. Let's say if I cut up here for instance is a mango. This is a mango that I cut up, right? And so I put everything in a plastic bag, and sometime I would put it in the freezer, but I did this yesterday. I cut up like 6 mango yesterday when I brought it home from the store. So what I normally do is I take it out to my garden, and I dig a hole. I dig a hole in my garden here, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna plop make sure you don't disturb, and also egg peelings too. Egg peeling, banana peelings, all kind of peelings, and I cover it with a plate, or if I don't have a paper plate, I will put up cover it with like a small box or some sort, so that way it doesn't attract animals. Okay, now you're like, okay, so does this prevent the animal from digging it up. Actually, no, it does not. So what I normally do is I put plants on top or something heavy on top. And then I have here a bucket of just soil. I'm gonna make a deep hole in here. And these are my mango seeds. Gonna put it into the here, and I'm just gonna line it up, put all my plants and stuff, and this will actually prevent any animal trying to get into the garden, actually, because there are so many containers or pots that it's in the way, and I don't think they would actually want to go in, and that seems to work for me. So here's another mango seed. I'm gonna put it into the soil. Just gonna put it right here. And I have I cut up 6 mangoes, so I literally have 6 seeds, and I'm going to start each individual seeds, and hopefully once they grow big I can give away mango plants to whoever that wants it. But this is what it looks like after you treat it, soak it in water, and it will start roots when you put it in the ground. So that's how I compost my flower bed, and that's also how most of my flowers, like my iris here that I just plant this. Look at the beautiful fan. How many fan I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means that it's extremely happy, and it not only that it's happy, but it gives me a little increase right here on the side. And since I am not going to dig this particular iris up, I'm just gonna leave it there and let it I say simmer. Leave it there, let it simmer, let it love the nutritious peelings that I just put down for it. And then hopefully it also helps with this little guy who needs a lot of help. He's yellow. His leaf is yellow, and he doesn't have very much nutrients in the garden. And then there's my iris over here that's growing, and then there's a pepper plant, another iris over there. So yeah, I don't have very much space, but I have a lot of flowers, and it's a struggle being in California, but hey, it is what it is, and I am making it work. I'm trying to make it work for my garden, and I love it. It's very rewarding. It's you know, you work with what you have, and I can't stop gardening. It's fun. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will show you what I do in my garden, and you can tell me what I do wrong or what I do right or what you want to know. I'm here to help.